So for this tutorial, you will need a t-shirt, fabric scissors, sewing pins, and a sewing machine or needle and thread. You are going to start off by taking your t-shirt and flipping it inside out. Using a pencil or a piece of chalk, mark out on the t-shirt where you want to cut. You want to draw in a rectangle underneath the collar of the shirt and inside of the edges of the shirt. Also, it is key to make sure that you have leftover fabric at the bottom that we will use later for the straps. You are going to pin along those lines you drew. Switch out the thread to match the fabric of your t-shirt and set up your sewing machine. If this is your first time using a sewing machine, read the manual or find a tutorial on YouTube for how to set it up. Now we are ready to begin sewing. To start off, you want to sew forwards, backwards over that line, and then forwards again and continue sewing. This makes sure that the thread will not come loose. Sew in a straight line along the edges that you've pinned. When you get to the corner, you want to lower the needle, raise the foot, rotate the shirt so that you are now facing the bottom edge. Put the foot down and continue sewing in a straight line so you get a perfect right-hand corner. You want to do this on both of the corners and sew until you have sewn all 3 edges. Now, cut the loose threads and we are going to cut the t-shirt. You want to cut right outside of the edge you just sewed, making sure not to cut any of the threads, and then cut across the top in a straight line. When you're done, it should look something like this. Now, using the extra fabric from the bottom of the t-shirt, we are going to make the straps. Start out by measuring the width of your scrap fabric. Mine was about 3 inches wide. I marked a line down the center of this fabric at 1.5 inches so that the straps would be even. Cut down this line so that you have 2 separate pieces of even width and length. Taking one of those pieces of fabric, fold it in half and pin along the folded edge. Sew along the line you just pinned and across one end so that you create a tube. To sew the end, you want to use the same technique we used on the main part of the bag to make a right-hand corner. Using a pencil or other thin object, push the tube over the pencil so that you flip it inside out. Once you have this done, you will have a completed strap with all of the rough edges on the inside. The final step is to attach the straps to the bag. Flip the bag inside out and measure the width of the bag. Mark 2 inches in from each side of the bag on both the front and the back. Pin the straps where you just made the markings on both the front and the back. Now sew where the strap and the bag meet, making sure to go over it several times with the needle. Cut off any extra threads, flip the bag inside out, and you're finished.